Okay, I'm going to go over my case study on how I made my client $1,116.72 in 48 hours. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Brian Deaver, and I am what I call a back-end specialist for local business owners. You see, I come up with innovative ways to help businesses get more customers. Some of my clients advertise in the local paper, the shopper initially, and run ads that, they run ads like business cards with just their name, address, phone number, and kind of what they do. Well, this is where I come in. I help them change their ad structure where you'll get customers to come in by having a special offer or things like that. What this program is about, of how I did it for a client, it has nothing to do with that. It doesn't involve SEO, radio ads, TV spots, or anything like that. Like I said earlier, I'm an innovator, so I don't use traditional stuff that a lot of businesses do, a lot of advertisers do. See, I get clients, initially the way I do get clients is, you have to do the cold calling and setting up appointments. So I'm part of a mastermind group, and one of my friends came up with a innovative way of the way he gets his clients, where he sits back and the phone just kind of rings off the hook. You see, what he uses is what is called a voice broadcaster with a +1 system, and that does all his cold calling for him. So what he does is just basically comes up with a list of what type of business he wants to target that particular time. So it may be a plumber. So he rents out his mailing list and chooses his demographical area, loads those plumber names and phone numbers into the voice broadcaster system. And this is what's called a +1 system. So basically, when he loads it in, he sets up his recording, but the recipient has the option of pressing 1 to talk to him live, or if they press 1, he may set it up to go to a voice recording, kind of explaining more in detail. And this is an amazing system because it's able to do, get this, it's able to make up to 10,000 calls an hour. So it has the capabilities of making up to 10,000 calls an hour, which is equivalent to having 166 phone lines at one time. So, like I said, he sets it up, makes his recording, and sets it on how many calls he wants to make an hour. I end up getting the same system he uses to do some of my cold calling. So some of you may have came to this recording or this video with the system that I used to initially get you here. Some may have found it through the search engines, because I do some SEO. So hopefully one or the other you found me. What I'm gonna get into is how I helped one of my clients generate a lot of traffic within hours, not days, but hours. Like I say, I have the voice broadcast system, so I want to come up with a unique way of using it. And another thing that I do also, another business structure that I have, is also do text marketing, which it's becoming pretty popular now. I see, matter of fact, today on the radio I heard a text marketing campaign they was doing for a giveaway. So I know it's becoming popular. So, but I use it also for my businesses to help them get more clients in, and it's more of an instantaneous, because once you get a text, they say the average person reads a text with 34 seconds. So I know this. Just imagine when the last time you got a text, how fast did you read it? That's kind of what I do. I basically use two different systems. One is the voice broadcast, and then the other is the text marketing. I'm going to explain to you in just a second how I combine these two together to help my client get a lot of business. So what we did is the client is a local restaurant. His business was pretty slow, and I told him, I said, well, I just got a voice broadcast system, so maybe we can use that to get you some more clients in. So, and I also subscribe to a mailing list, so I have access to a list of within the demographics, if he wants how far he wants to go, or usually they want to target customers around the restaurant. So we target a list around we'll say it was a 5-mile radius. So plugging this information into the mailing list, I came up with 3,421 names and numbers to target. And this was gonna, with the list and using my system, was gonna cost the business owner around $349. So the average cost of that is he's spending probably about 10 cents a name, which is a pretty good return for a potential lead. It's 10 cents. So you do have where you run ads in newspapers and magazines and radio, but they do have a demographics of how many people they reach. But let me know how many of those actually respond to your ad. Not very many. So we're actually reaching these people through their phones, basically. So they'll hear your message. Now they may not act on your message, but at least they heard your message. So we set this up, and we set a date and time to set it up. And what I encourage them when you're using the voice broadcast system is make sure your offer is they can redeem it within 24 to 48 hours, because you want it fresh on their minds. So what the offer we was doing is he was going to do like a 2-for-1. Basically, bring a friend, you get your meal free. That's basically how he did it at the restaurant. So we set up a recording, which with my audio equipment, I went to his restaurant, and we just made the typical recording. And basically what it says is, "Hi, this is," and then I told him to say his business name, his name, and he said his business name, and he said, "Tomorrow we're offering bring a friend and your meal is free. Press 1 for more details. Press 8 to be removed from the list. Press 1 for a free meal." We made that recording, and I do encourage that he has a opt out. So the press 8 is an opt out. So we are abiding by the voice message laws and text laws. So we give them the option to opt out if they don't want to hear that again. So that's what the press 8 is. So like I say, we sent it out to 3,421 people. We ended up getting on our list 152 people who press 1 to opt in. So when they press 1, what that does is sends them to a recording. It gives them, what the recording said is, come by his restaurant all day, and you bring a friend and your meal is free. And then we capped it up to about $10. So if the friend spends $10, the other participant gets his meal free. Out of that, we got 152 people who opted in. So when I say opt in, what they did when they pressed the press 1, it actually added them to a new list, which I call his customer list. So now he has 152 new customers that he can remarket to later on with another offer, or let them know something that's going on in his business. So he has 152 new clients, new customers, that he doesn't have to worry about going and try to find them again, because now he has them. So he's able to do more business with them. So out of that 152 people, we estimated around 138, 140 came the next day to get their free meal. So if you do the math, that comes out to about $1,400 he made that day in gross sales from those 140 people coming to his restaurant, minus my expense. And that's just one broadcast that we did for his business. So in doing that, he just generated a new customer base. So even though he made that money for that one day, he's able to remarket to those people and make even more money from them by making them repeat customers. This is one of the things that a lot of businesses don't do is, you luring a lot of people in, but are you making them repeat customers? And one thing I strongly suggest is calculate the lifetime value of that customer. And what I mean by that is if you have a customer who spends, say, $10 every visit, say they visit your business maybe 3 times a month, so they're spending $30 a month on your business. And you calculate that by 12, so the lifetime value of that customer per year is $360. You're making $360 a year off of one customer. So you calculate that by getting, say, 100 customers. You see the value of a customer, so you want to keep marketing to them and keep reminding them. Sometimes we get in the habit of forgetting certain things, and when I see a great offer, I most of the time jump to it. So if I'm getting continuous offers, I'm steady taking advantage of it. So this is how I made my client, and now he uses me at least once a month we're working the customer base that we already have, but at times, people drop off, they move, certain circumstances change. I told him to set a goal for how many customers he wanted on his list, and we're going to maintain that goal, and we're going to work it all year long. This is how I made my client, a little over $1,000 in 2 days. That's what we did. So if you want to learn more about my voice broadcast system and my text marketing system, please give me a call. My number is down below. Give me a call, and I'll help your business grow as I continue to do for other clients that I have. Thank you very much.